Recently, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. In fact, I've managed to rack up over 260 hours in a relatively short period of time. I don't have a job, guys. All those hours, and I've been to the Nether twice, maybe 3 times. I've never beaten the Ender Dragon. I'm still deathly afraid of the night, and my ability to build is subpar as fuck. You might be wondering what the hell I've been doing all those 260 hours, and I'll tell you. I've been playing the way I want, making slow progress and learning the ins and outs of the game at my own pace. Minecraft is a sandbox after all. It's meant to be played however you want to play it. I currently have a Minecraft realm, and just looking at how different my friends and me play showcases how cool this game really can be. I have what I've heard many refer to as a forever world. This is where you can see my style of play really emphasized. See, I have no interest in completing Minecraft. Going to the Nether, getting the best armor, beating the Ender Dragon, those things are completely outside the scope of what I currently want to do in the game. Instead, I focus on exploring the world and collecting cool things like ores and interesting blocks. I originally became interested in Minecraft because of my favorite YouTuber, Call Me Kevin. He did a really cool one-chunk series that made me want to play. The funny part is that I ended up playing the way he did in that series, barely leaving my spawn and just digging down into the earth to find caves. In fact, I stayed so close to spawn that it wasn't until some 100 some odd days into my forever world that I discovered another cave system right across the way from me. I played cautiously and focused on slowly exploring the caves beneath my house, and it wasn't until I exhausted the supply of ores from these caves, I strip mined a lot, that I decided to step outside my bubble. Now you may be thinking, how the hell does someone have fun playing the game this way? And my answer is that Minecraft is special in that it's like no other game out there, if you don't count the clones. The gameplay loop of finding caves, ores, and even strip mining were and still very much are quite engaging and fun to me. I have 2 friends, Booney and Yvonne, and seeing how they play really set in stone for me just how cool this game is. You see, the 3 of us play completely differently from one another. Yvonne and Booney seemingly have the same goals. I remember hearing a lot of talk of them getting mending books while in the realm and also enchanting, but they have different systems. Booney is all about preparation and making things aesthetically pleasing, while Yvonne is all about building as many efficient machines and farms as possible to avoid grinding. It might be interesting to note that Yvonne is an engineer, and he basically industrialized my realm with a railway, an iron farm, a sugarcane farm, a mob farm, and his latest invention, the meat grinder, basically lava cow instead of lava chicken. He also made a farm for raids, and I believe he constructed a pillager farm to get ominous bottles from. Oh yeah, and how could we forget the mega church? Booney, on the other hand, has spent an inordinate amount of time clearing land and decorating, creating a hugely abundant farm complete with animals and crops as far as the eye can see. The woman hasn't even built a full house yet, at least not at the time of me writing this, but her living space is better than most. Sure, her bed is outside, but the surrounding area is beautiful, inviting, and warm. She plans on eventually making a mob farm of her own and is on the hunt for mending books. And while these 2 have carefully plotted out their goals, I often wander aimlessly until I find a cave. The goal is then to strip mine said cave, get as many diamonds as possible, rinse and repeat. The exploration is what I enjoy about this game. Collecting diamonds is just a part of that for me. When I start a new game, I almost immediately go on the hunt for a cave to explore. I'm not interested in enchanting much of my gear. Yeah, I'll do it if given the chance, but it's not a priority, you know? In fact, I'll often go into caves with no gear at all and end up dead because of it. Going to the Nether and collecting what's needed to get to the end sound like very much more distant goals, like adventures I'll eventually undertake when I finish exploring my forever world. I noticed that a lot of Minecraft YouTubers seem to speedrun getting to the end. So many videos out there are about beating Minecraft as quickly as possible, usually with a challenge in place, and though I very much enjoy these videos, this just isn't how I want to play the game, which brings me to the entire point. Minecraft is special because it can be whatever you want it to be. Want to build giant monuments and castles? Do it. Want to try outrageous challenges to see how long you can survive? Why not? Want to explore, build gorgeous farms or mega churches? Go right ahead. Personally, I find strip mining quite meditative. The music often hypnotizes me while I'm busy mining, and I'll find myself forgetting about my day-to-day problems and just focusing on the incredibly satisfying noises each block makes as they break. It's usually when the music stops that I snap out of it and realize I've been down in a cave for a day or 2, and then I gotta climb back up and hope phantoms don't get me. And I can't forget to mention how you get an almost eerie feeling when the music stops. The game suddenly becomes lonelier, like the music was a companion who left and now you're not sure when they'll return. When it does inevitably come back, there's a small sense of relief for me. In fact, while recording content, I turn the music off, and the experience of the game with no music is just... Guys, it's just different for me. I can't really explain it, but it's almost like the music is a character. As I said earlier, a companion. No, it's not dynamic, though different tracks do play in different biomes, but it is almost always there, and the fact that the music isn't dynamic is what makes it so good. The music has its own personality despite what's happening on screen. The calmest, serenest song could be playing while you're being hunted down by several zombies and skeletons. The music kind of holds my hand when I'm deep in a cave, keeping me calm when a situation is less than ideal. The experience of starting a new world always gives me a temporary high. Like, yes, I just started, now let's punch some trees and get a crafting table so I can explore some caves and die a whole bunch. Because I play Bedrock Edition on PS5, I can't use mods unless I want to pay for them or play the few that are available for free on the marketplace, so I'm playing vanilla. Now, anyone who has played this game before knows a couple of things. The game will eventually get a little boring without mods, and every new world loses its luster quicker and quicker. That's unavoidable. But I feel strongly that this boredom can be easily alleviated by changing up the way you play. When I started getting bored in my Forever World, I began to branch out, exploring farther and farther away from my home in order to find more caves and more interesting biomes. I remember when I first found a jungle biome and the music changed, I got super excited, and it was truly fun setting up temporary bases all over the land while trying to keep track of the coordinates of these bases so I could come back to them in the future. I moved out of the home I stole from a villager and proceeded to wreck, and built myself a nice cherry blossom house. I returned on several occasions to the cherry blossom biome to get flowers and saplings, then planted cherry blossom trees all around my property. I traveled to different villages, explored various biomes and their caves. I began building more complex temporary bases, not just literal holes in the wall, and did things that kept the game interesting. There is something very special about a world you slowly learn to traverse. In my Forever World, I was so afraid of leaving my spawn, but once I did, a whole world, literally, of opportunity presented itself to me. Using landmarks to find my way around, stumbling upon different biomes, and gradually learning the land keeps me playing this game day in and day out, in much the same way optimizing the game for my engineer friend keeps him playing. And all Minecrafters who do speedruns or build huge monuments, that's what keeps them playing. In the end, Minecraft is a sandbox full of possibilities. Whether you want to speedrun it, do challenges, take it slow, explore, build, you can do whatever you want, and when that gets boring, you can completely change your style of play for a fresh take. The game is as fun as you are creative, and there's something about that approach that is, simply put, special.